Hello everyone and welcome. It's time for the dreaded, inevitable video every Smash tuber makes at some point. If you're not interested in the details, yes, I am branching out from doing Smash videos. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm giving up on Smash, I just need to express myself in other ways, through other media. For those of you who want to hear the whole story, sit back and grab a snack. So I decided to make this part mostly unscripted as I want the video to be as authentic as possible. I'll have bullet points to talk about so I won't ramble on forever and waste your time. If future me is a good bean, there will be timestamps too. So to better understand where I'm coming from, I'm just gonna talk about my history with Smash Bros as a whole. I did do this very recently in a different video, but I do want to go a little bit more in depth here. So, like many other people, I started with Smash Bros when I was a kid, like 7 or 8 years old, with Smash 64 on the N64. And safe to say, I got really obsessed, like extremely obsessed with that game. Like, I loved it so much. I would play the single player all the time. I would easily become the best player in my friend group. Like, it was just, I was just, yeah, completely obsessed. And this kind of, I should have realized it. I really should have realized at that point that I was autistic, because I would just... Smash clearly became, like, my special interest. Like, I was just so... yeah. Absolutely hyperfixated on it. And that hyperfixation, special interest thing kind of, frankly, lasted me all the way until this point. Because, you know, Smash games were coming out pretty frequently. And... Melee, I played probably even more, because, you know, it had more content and more things to do, and I didn't really play competitively, but, you know, I did at least play a little bit with my friends and stuff, but I was mostly, you know, just playing the game by myself, as usual, because that's what you do. Brawl was the game where I actually really started competing, and I sort of started cultivating this dream that I just... I really wanted to make videos and stream and all of that stuff, but for Smash Bros. But at the current time, I couldn't do that at all. Like, I remember vividly that I would take a camera and put it on, like, and record, like, replays on my screen and try my best to make a montage and stuff way back when with Windows Windows Movie Maker or whatever it's called, and I was like, yeah, I couldn't do it at the time, but I really wanted to. So, with that energy, I was able to get... I believe it was a year before Smash 4 came out, I was able to get a capture card. And from there, I was able to properly start, like, the Smash tuber journey that I have gone on for a long time. 10 plus years now. So that's kind of been my journey so far, and... I mainly made, like, montages, and I only made videos about characters that I played, because I don't really care about anything else. And I feel like I've been able to help people get better at the game because, like, as like a consequence of this, because I will make videos on characters that I care about, and because of that, it's, like, very niche, but yeah, like... I become so, like, hyperfixated on my characters because they're also from franchises that I really love. So, like, that whole energy just carries me throughout everything. I feel like both in Smash 4 and Ultimate, I was always the last friend standing with these games because I just love them so much, and I've been so hyperfixated on them. But yeah, no, it's been great so far, and I was really happy doing this stuff for a very long time. Like, I think, frankly, I feel like almost the entirety of Ultimate has been, like, my... I wouldn't say prime time, or, like, the best time, but it's very close to that. I have done everything I wanted, and way more than that, throughout this whole thing. So that's just... what's been going on with Smash for me, and why I am the way I am. And as I said, like, this whole hyperfixation energy has just carried me all the way to this point. And at this point, it's starting to run out, and I can't do things that I'm not interested in. So that's just that side of things. But I do want to talk about the content side of things too. So, as I said, one of my earliest desires as a teenager was to, like, actually start a YouTube channel to make videos about Smash and all that stuff. And, you know, I did that. And I would make, especially, like, again, I would make montages, I would make guides for characters that I played, because, you know, I would just get so hung up in them and stuff like that, that I would just learn so much, and I wanted to share it with everyone. And yeah, that went really well for me, like, extremely well. I remember my guides for Ike was, like, one of the characters I've always been, like, super fond of, and I still am. So I would make guides for him in Smash 4, and yeah, very well received. And I would continue to make montages and guides for my characters throughout Smash 4. The one thing I couldn't do in Smash 4 was stream. Like, when Smash 4 was ongoing, I was still living with my parents, and we didn't have good enough internet to stream, so that part of my dream wasn't realized. Just yet. But in 2019, a year after Ultimate came out, I moved out, like, permanently. And then I could finally have internet that was good enough for streaming. And yeah, Shackles were released. There was so much I could do. Like, the potential was so huge, right? And I think it's very safe to say that, like, 2019 to, like, 2023, I want to say, has been, like, the peak for me in terms of, like, in terms of fun and enjoyment and satisfaction and, like, motivation. Like, it's been incredibly nice, and I feel like as I said earlier, I've been able to do, like, everything I wanted and much more than that, even though it's still mainly the same thing. Like, I've been playing characters I really like, I've been making montages with them, I've been making guides for them, and stuff like that. And that's what I've been mostly doing. And it's been very fulfilling, like, truly. And it's always been super nice that the community has, like, I guess I've gotten feedback from the community to be like, wow, it's so nice that you have this, and wow, this really helped me do this and that, and, like, thanks to your videos, now I've gone from 0-2 to 2-2 or something internal in local. So I'm like, stuff like that. It's been really just so fulfilling. Just to, like, the stuff I do is, like, meaningful to other people, you know. So that, plus, like, again, the whole special interest thing, honestly kept me going for really long. 2023 was, like, 2023, start of 2024 was, like, when it's really started to, like, diminish for me. Like, I could feel like, oh, the hyperfixation is running out now. I can feel myself not having the same drive and motivation that I used to. So what ended up happening in 2024 was that I would only upload when I would only make a video when I was super interested in something, or I was really motivated for something, or inspired or something like that. So in 2024, my video output, like, slowed down tremendously. And honestly, I think it was a good thing, because 2024 and also 2025 has been, like, I feel like I produced some of my best content during those years. Like, not to toot my own horn, but that's just what it feels like, because I slowed down a bit. I try to, yeah, again, only to make videos when I really felt like it, and that was great. However, that also meant that I didn't really do, or it meant that there was often long stretches of time where I didn't make any videos. And as life got more busy for me in various ways, I didn't stream very often either. So what ended up happening is that I just didn't do anything with my YouTube channel, and that felt terrible to me. And what I didn't realize is that the reason why is that Smash for me has become, like, boring, so to speak. Like, I need a break. I need a long break. I had a retrospective with myself, and, like, I've been doing this for, like, 10 years now, plus. Maybe it's time that I pivot over to something else, or at least allow myself to branch out to make videos about other franchises that I care about too. So Like, outside of slowing down my video output, I have done private lessons with people for free. Like, I don't think that kind of stuff needs to be paid for. Like, if someone wants help, I will gladly do it. And that's been also very fulfilling, because I've seen the people I've been helping, I've seen them improve over time, and I'm very proud of them. You know who you are. And that's been also very nice to, like, just help people in a different way, you know? Like, it's a more, like, hands-on kind of thing. So that's been very nice, too. But that part has also been slowing down, too, because I don't feel like playing the game very much. So that's been a whole thing, too. It's difficult. It's just difficult. So that's, like, the content side of things. I'll circle back to the content side of things because I want to talk about what I actually want to do moving forward, but I do want to talk a little bit about what's actually been happening in my personal life also. In early 2024, January, we were told by our landlord that we needed to move out within 3 months. Through January, all the way through April, I think, is what we got. So, like, almost 4 months, I want to say. So, like, hey, short notice, you gotta move out. I was like, oh god, help. So, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but essentially, that whole period from January to, like, April, May was really stressful and all that stuff. And to put salt into, like, injury, we didn't get internet until, like, August, I think, in our new apartment, because there was a miscommunication between, like, the companies we were they were providing the service. So, like, we didn't know that. We cleared it up and we got internet eventually, but because of that, there was, like, also, like, a big, like, content drought on my channel because I couldn't stream, I couldn't really upload. So 2024 ended up being a really slow year for content for me in general. But I think I did pick up the slack near the end, and of course then 2025 happens, and yeah, I've been talking about this already. Like, it's just been a lot. And of course, no, I am skipping things. At fall of 2024, I talked to my doctor, and I wanted to get an assessment for ADHD because I thought I had it. You know, I was very, very suspicious, like, man, I sure struggle with, like, focus when things are uninteresting. I sure get distracted extremely easily. I sure have an inner monologue that keeps going all throughout the whole day, even when I'm trying to sleep. I sure struggle with, like, organizing, prioritizing, and just doing tasks, especially when they're boring, etc. So it's like, I want to get an assessment. That assessment went on for like 8 months, 9 months, I think. It was really slow. And what did I get at the end of it? An autism diagnosis, which is not wrong, but it's not what I was looking for, you know? So, like, yeah, sure, it's nice to know that, oh yeah, I have autism, so therefore I need to think about this and that, and my brain is different, but I still have my ADHD problems. My ADHD is still very much unmanaged right now. Like, even now. Like, sure, I've learned a lot of tricks and oh my god, tricks and tips along the way from other people. But the fact of the matter is, my ADHD is, like, unmanaged / unmedicated. And that is a big of a problem. Like, yeah, like, learning about autism and ADHD has, like, turned my life upside down in a way, because now things make sense to me, but I still have big adjustments to make and all that stuff. And one thing that really stuck out to me is, like, a common thread that has been going through my entire life is that I can only really do things when I'm really interested in them. So therefore, I need to have a bigger focus on doing things that I love, like doing things that give me joy, things that make me feel fulfilled, you know? Otherwise, I will be kind of miserable, not gonna lie. So, that's a whole thing. I'm currently by the time this video goes up, I'm still in, like, a second assessment for ADHD, which hopefully will be done by the end of the year, and maybe I'll have meds and stuff. But I just want to mention this whole thing, like it's been like the last couple of years, because I think I just want to be real. Be real. I just want to be real. So that's like the biggest things that have been going on the last like year or so. And yeah, like throughout 2025, it's been very clear to me that Smash is like not the thing that I need to do right now. I really want to do something else, and I'll get into that very shortly. The other thing I wanted to mention here is that art has been something I've been picking up more again the last couple of years as like another creative outlet. And it's been very lovely, and I've learned a lot, and I've had to move from traditional to a digital drawing, and that's been a whole journey in itself. And yeah, I mean, it's been just great. I've created my own original character that is kind of becoming a mascot of my channel now. Her name is Leela. Say hello. But I think art, as nice as art is, it's harder for me to do consistently than videos are, and I don't think art itself can replace videos for me in its in its entirety. So what I'm saying is that I just miss making videos about things I really care about. And unfortunately, Smash is currently no longer that thing, and I just need to move on to things that are more interesting. Which will segue into my future plans. So like, again, Smash just isn't the big thing. Like, I have been doing this for like 10 plus years. I need to branch out. I need to move away from it. Or at least reduce the amount of videos I make. Or not, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. Like, the thing is, when you're doing Smash content, it's having a multiplayer game as your main like thing on YouTube is very rough in my opinion, because first things first, like it's a competitive thing. Like, I'm covering competitive Smash, like, and it's very grindy. It's mainly because of improvement. Like, you're always striving to get better, to improve, and that thing is a whole grind. And at some point, when you've improved to the point where improvement starts to slow down a lot and you only get like minor changes every once in a while, it becomes really uninteresting. And it's kind of hard to focus on the more fun aspects, because like everything becomes about improving and like getting better and beating people and stuff, and I don't think that's healthy, honestly, to have that as your main thing. And I don't think it's healthy for me to have that as a main thing, because now I'm at the point of like exhaustion, and I just don't like, outside of streaming and stuff, I barely played the game. Like, I can't be bothered. Like, I don't feel like booting it up. Like, earlier on in my career, it wasn't that big of an issue because I was still feeling extremely motivated and stuff. But now, at this point, when I'm like in my early 30s, I really need to move on to the things that actually matter to me, I think. It's also been bothering me that Smash is the main thing of my channel, when there's so many other things I would also love to talk about, you know? Like, there's so many other franchises and games and concepts and topics that I want to talk about, but I just haven't let myself do it because I'm a Smash channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've talked about certain topics through the lens of Smash before, and that's been okay. And I think people have enjoyed that to some extent, but it would be fun to do that with other games too, or like, just in general. So yeah. Essentially, I've gotten to the point where I just need to pivot over to all the other things and other games that I'm hyper-fixated on, that I would love to talk about, outside of yapping about them to my friends, you know? I want another outlet for it. So, like if you've been following my channel for a while, like, you know that I'm a big Xenoblade fan. I love Xenoblade so much. I love Fire Emblem. And more recently, I've gotten more into Atelier and Castlevania. Love them too. Would love to talk about all of this. Indie games. I want to talk about autism and ADHD as well. Like, these neurodivergent disorders had kind of become another like hyperfixation for me, because I was like, oh, that's new and interesting, and it's gonna help me. So I want to read about all this stuff. So I like absorbed so much info about them, and I kind of want to talk about like my own experience living with like unmanaged and unmedicated like autism and ADHD until my early 30s. And I would also love to talk about my autism and ADHD experience playing Smash Bros. Specifically, because I think I have a lot of things to share that could help people. But like that's gonna be a future thing. I don't know when I'll get back to it, because I tried writing a script for it and I just kind of lost interest. So yeah, you know, just a classic thing. But yeah, like these are probably the main things I want to talk about moving forward. And of course, streaming isn't going anywhere. Recently, I streamed Pseudo Regalia randomizers for fun. It's a very self-indulgent stream. I just wanted to stream, have some fun. If people came by, that's a bonus. But if not, I'm having fun. And honestly, probably one of the most fun streams I've had in a long time. Like, highly recommend you drop by, because like, not for specifically that kind of stuff, but I just want to be able to talk to chat while playing something that isn't Smash, essentially, because Smash is so demanding for me because of my ADHD. Because I can't, like, when I'm splitting my focus on reading chat, being entertaining, and playing the game at the same time, none of them are being done well. And I'm surprised people even, like, think I'm a good player. Anyway, so my point is I still want to stream. Like, that's not going anywhere. But, like, I would like to do different things. Like, I would love to bring back my Xenoblade 2 replay at some point, because that would be chill and nice, and I can talk to chat and stuff. It's great. Now, as for what I actually would like to do specifically, about the previous things that I mentioned, I really want to try my hand on video essays. Like, they don't have to be super long, because I've realized that for the past couple of years, like, my main format has been short form, like videos for like 2 to 3 minutes, maybe like 10 at most. But making like video essays that are like an hour long or something, that's gonna be very challenging for me, because I get like so bored of writing scripts. You have no idea. Writing script for this video was the reason why I'm unscripted right now, is because I didn't have the attention span to write a script for this whole video. Just to put that into perspective. But I do want to I want to really make like video essays for certain games, like Atelier Yumia that I played earlier this year. Probably my game of the year. It's affected me in a lot of ways. It was very special to me, and I have a lot of things to say about it. And I'm currently writing a script for it. I would love for just to talk about that game in general. I really want to. There's just so much about it that I really love, and Atelier as a franchise is criminally under-discussed. Like, the franchise has been doing better ever since Ryza, like the Ryza trilogy, and Atelier Sophie 2 and stuff. Like, the sales have been going up, but no one is making content for it still. Outside of like speedrunning or casual playthroughs and stuff. But I want to really dig into Atelier. Like, I want to talk about Atelier Yumia, I want to talk about Ryza, I want to talk about Sophie and stuff like that. I want to dig into these games, character analysis, all of that stuff. It's just nice. Xenoblade, I still want to finish my Xenoblade 2 playthrough. I mainly wanted to do it so I could get like a refresher on everything before I start diving into videos for it, because that would be fun. I would enjoy that, I think. I feel like I still have a lot of things to say about Xenoblade 2 that hasn't been said, and I just want to, give my perspective on things, is all. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I really don't think Smash is going to, like, completely disappear, but it's definitely, I just don't want it to be my main focus. Like, that's been, like, the core, like, thought I've had the last couple of years. I'm so tired of Smash being the focus of my channel. I want to branch out. I want people to come to my channel for what I do and who I am, rather for like what character I play in a children's party game. Because like I'm not to throw like the Smash community under the bus, but Smashers only want one thing. unless you're a top player or a big content creator within the Smash community, branching out is extremely difficult because people just won't watch what you do. Like, that's the thing. Like, branching out and like from Smash to something else is extremely difficult to do. And I've seen it happen a lot with like other YouTubers or friends or whatever it is. Like, it's kind of frustrating in a way. But I do believe I do want to make this happen. I do want to make this shift happen because I need it. I really need it. So I feel like the main message is that I just want to talk about other things that I'm hyperfixated on that aren't Smash Bros. I think that's the main message of this video. Because my Smash hyperfixation energy has run out now. It's completely dry. And if I continue doing Smash content, I'll just burn out again. And I won't be happy. I'll just be miserable. And I don't think I can create good videos when I'm miserable. I'll be real. That is that for this video. I wanted to get all of this out there. How many people are actually going to watch this video, I don't know. But if you did, I appreciate you a lot, and I hope you stick around for what I have for the future. I do want to say again that, like, if a new Smash game comes out, or if I feel very motivated, inspired, or just have renewed interest, I probably will make a Smash video or something, but I just don't want it to be the main focus. I want to be able to talk about other things too. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I know there's going to be some backlash. I'll probably see low views for a very long time, but like, if you watch it until the end of this video, I really hope you will stick around for the future of this channel too, and not just Smash Bros. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the future, and I hope you have a nice day.